So at the moment we can't really give it a try because we have the logged in user, we have the information in the async storage. So let's try implementing sign out. So when we click on the button, we sign out, we empty this from the async storage, and then we can give it a try if they can actually access home page without signing in, which they shouldn't be based on this one, but we can give that a try. So first let's create a header tabs component, something we can put in the header section. So components nav header tabs.js. Alright, so let's start with some imports. Import React, and we import use context. And then we import some components from React Native, view, touchable opacity, safe area view from React Native. Next one, we import text from Colorado React Native text, and then we import auth context as well. So auth context from context auth. Awesome. Now let's create our component header tabs equals to. Let's export. So here we want to access the context. So const state set state equals to use context auth context, and then we return a icon. We can use a font awesome icon for that, which we can import. Let's import. So import font awesome 5 from React Native vector icons font awesome 5. Okay, so by the way, this library provides many other icon libraries, so we're using the font awesome 5. So they have another one called ionic icons and some other ones. So you can obviously check out the documentation if you want to learn more about that. So context, let's return. So we use safe area view so that it is not going all the way to the very top. Safe area view. Inside here, we're going to create a touchable opacity so that it gives this nice pressed effect like a button, and here we're going to show the icon. So font awesome 5, give it a name. So they have the sign out icon, so sign out alt size 25 color, let's try this one, ff9900. It will give us, I think, kind of a orange color. Alright, so at the moment we can't preview that, so let's import this one. So header tabs. So let's go to screen snap. Let's import header tabs from. So here, screen snap, we go one step up, two step up, get inside components, nav, header tabs, and then this is a component, right? So this header tab is a component, and on these screens you have the option to show the component as well. All right, so let's try that. We want to show that in the home, right? So home, so we have the name, component, and then options. We can pass this options object, and here we can I'll give a different title to this screen as well. At the moment you can't see anything. If you want to, because we have done header shown false. Now if you change that, let's comment that out for now, and let's give the title. Actually, let me just remove this just to show you what happens. Okay, so when we don't use header shown false, we get the header by default, right? So this default header has this name, which is the screen name. That is the one used by default. Now if you want, you can change that. So in these options, individually choose whether you want to show header or not. You can do that, or you can change the title. Let's say links daily. You can see that's how you can change the header option. Now in our case, we don't really want to do that, so let's leave that. What do you want to do? Actually, I think that's a good one. Let's keep it because it's the name of our application, right? So let's leave that. That's title, and then header. I want to show the icon in the header right section here. So they have this property you can use called header right, and then this takes a function as an argument. So not argument, the value, the function. We use arrow function, and this function will can return any custom component. For example, text. You can write something in, you can show the button, or in our case we want to show this component header tabs. Right, so let's use that. Okay, now how good is that? You can see here we have the icon from the header tabs, and we were able to show here in the screen using these options header right. So that one you can see here, that is the font awesome icon. That is the one you see. It has this nice press effect because we're using touchable opacity. So here what we want to do is we want to implement the sign out feature, right? So const sign out equals to async. So we need to import that async storage, right? So we want to use that. So let me quickly go to one of the previous screens, sign in, just so that I can copy because it's quite long. Copy, close that, and let's put that here. Okay, so we've got the async storage. Now we can use, first let's update the context state, right? So set state token empty, and then user back to null. We do that, and then also remove from the local storage. So await. So I keep saying local storage, but I mean async storage. Async storage dot remove item, and we want to remove item by the name of add auth. That's how we saved it, right? And that's all we need to do. Now we can execute this function on press. We can do that here in the touchable opacity. On press sign out. Awesome. Now we can give it a try. When we press this, this should be removed from the context. It will be removed from the async storage, and we have the code here in the screen snap. You can see here we are looking for the state, the token, and user. If it is empty, user is null, immediately we are showing the sign out, sign in, and sign up component. Okay, let me actually put this on top. By default we want to show the sign in. The order is important. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's see how this works. Let me press this one, and as expected it works. We are here in the sign in place. Great. Now to give it a try, let's change the initial route name to home. Let's see if we can still access the home page without being logged in. We shouldn't be able to, but let's give it a try. Alright, so you can see here I have set the initial route name to home, but still we can't because we don't have the logged in user. Let me just have a look at it by reload. Yes, you can see even though initial route is home, it's still in the sign in because that's user is not logged in. Now the order of screens is important because if you do this one and give a reload, we get sign up now because that is on top. So that is also useful to know sometimes. Okay, so that's good. We got the sign in and sign up. We have the protected routes. When they log in, they land on the home page. When they log out, they land on the sign in. Now, one thing I want to do here is on the sign in screen, I don't want to show the header like this one. So I can easily change that by using options, header shown false. You can see now there is no header. Beautiful.